So the ban on anime continues as Amazon now removes No Game No Life light novels. And not only that, but then you also have Pornhub, of all sites, removing hentai. I mean, seriously, the hypocrisy within that alone is absolutely ridiculous. But seeing this go on, this is insane, and you could definitely tell that there's an agenda against anime. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So the war on anime continues as, we just see more insanity come from places like Amazon, for example. And I have to say that this tweet sums up things very well from Haechi, stating, Twitter, cancel culture isn't bad, doesn't exist. Nobody wants to take your things away. You guys make such a big deal about it. There is no war against anime. Meanwhile, and then you just see everything that's been going on with anime lately. You want to talk about these big companies like Amazon and Funimation and all these others? Yeah, well, they have a big attack on anime because they're trying to either censor it outright or ban it completely. So these big companies, they continue to try to just attack anime as much as possible, but, we're not going to let them do that, and we're definitely going to fight against it. So, Patreon, as everybody knows, they've been trying to ban anime artists. They came up with very lousy excuses a few months ago, and this article from Anime Motivation brought up some really good points here. Patreon's blurry guidelines and the real reason they're banning anime artists. Now, the reasons were terrible from Patreon trying to state that the characters looked too young, things of that sort, which was really stupid because they were like, oh, we can't tell the age. It was really dumb. So the article brings up this. I've watched the Patreon madness for a while now, but it's time to get into the nitty-gritty. It's reached a peak where I feel there's enough info to dive into and explore, so let's do that. Now, of course, back when this was happening, I remember this, I talked about this months ago, many other people brought this up as well, and Patreon just started outright banning people for just the stupidest of reasons. I mean, they just gave very terrible reasons. So, this person responded saying, what the F is this shit? Anime is basically all underage now, Patreon? Do you not think for one moment that this is totally lacking any common business sense? If you don't want to do business with independent creators, just come out and say it. Which is kind of funny because, this person brought up a really good point because Patreon's points were just terrible. I mean, and it just seems that when you look at everything, there's just been more and more of an agenda to attack anime and to get it banned. That's what these companies have been trying to do. They've been trying their best to get it banned, which is absolutely ridiculous because there's no reason for it. But leave it to these companies to be stupid because nobody's surprised that they'd be stupid. The rumors started before this official tweet came out. I knew about it beforehand, but decided not to get into it. But some days before this tweet, a Patreon anime artist made an announcement. Some of it says, edited for clarification, all Japanese styles can be said to be out. As long as you do Japanese style, even if the character has big breasts, Patreon's official said it'll be classed as a minor, so I had to delete 90% of my art on Patreon, which is absolutely ridiculous, but the story goes deeper. Does this mean they're only targeting anime drawings, whereas Western drawings of minors is okay? I'll leave you to think about that. Which, by the way, they let it go. They are against the anime ones, but when it comes to the Western drawings, oh no, they're fine. They can stay, apparently. Patreon's double standard. The Patreon anime artist then said, edited for clarification, if your Twitter Pixib or website has Japanese-style drawings that looks underage, Patreon will ban you from linking out to the website, and you won't be allowed to link back to your Patreon from the suspected website. Now, this does become more ridiculous because they were even talking about going through people's files, their personal files, to even see if they had offensive artwork or anything inappropriate. I mean, that's how far they were willing to go to verify things of people's accounts. It's absolutely ridiculous. So Patreon, they also had their own statement here. This is what they stated. We'd like to clarify a recent rumor about our guidelines. We do not limit any specific style like anime of art, but our guidelines do not allow spicy depictions of minors. Now here's the thing. If you have so much of an issue with this, then why do you allow fan art of characters like She-Ra, for example, when she's supposed to be like 16. I'm just saying, just want to throw that out there. But no, of course, they're not going to bring that up. Of course, it's all about the double standard to them. It's all about trying to get rid of anime. That's the entire point. And so then you start to see what they actually stated to a Japanese user. So this is what Patreon stated. Some details like a big head, big eyes, and short height can make the characters look younger, and regarding body development, having bigger breasts and larger hips makes the viewer understand that the character is not a child, but they can still be teenagers under the age of 18, as a lot of women have those puberty transformations at a very young age. In order to make them look like adults, the face is the most important part. So even if it's stylish opinion to make your characters look innocent and sweet, you should always bear in mind that this also makes them look younger. What? Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Patreon is just making up excuses, and it goes to show that even an Australian senator a few months back was trying to also ban anime, which hilariously failed, by the way. So they were trying to cherry pick the worst scenes that they could find, take them completely out of context, and then state, this is what anime does, so this is what it does, it's gotta go. Which, of course, they failed because Australia stated, well, this is why we have TV ratings. It's pretty funny. You look back to the whole thing with Project Melody as well. PayPal banned Project Melody back in March. And this is what she stated. Dear friends, I strongly encourage you to leave PayPal. They hate the adult industry, found out I'm in it, froze me, and are holding your donations hostage for 180 days. At least Patreon still allows the spicy anime content creators. Used to. not anymore. So, that was going on as well at that time, and a lot of people talked about this. This is absolutely ridiculous that this even happened, and it goes to show that the industry itself definitely has something against anime. And if we go back to around that time as well, Amazon removes various anime figures, including Hatsune Miku and Kaito Tenshi, Twin Angel, from storefront, claiming items promote bad things. I mean, this is absolutely absurd. How do these figurines do anything bad? How? It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, they're choosing to just pick anime out of the bunch. That's what they're doing. They're just choosing anime because they have an agenda against anime. They don't like it. They can't control it. So that means that they're going to go after it. And then, of course, what happened? July 9th, this is when Hayachi came out and stated, apparently Amazon nuked the whole No Game No Life light novels from their site without anyone noticing it. You don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. The best part, the anime is rated between 12 and 16 years old over the whole world and has more fan service than the light novel. And that's the thing. It's a great series. I definitely would recommend it if you haven't ever seen it before or read it. Thing is that I think this is absolutely ridiculous that they're going after it. And as you can tell in these screenshots here, they went after it. They removed it. And there was also a statement on Reddit saying light novels removed from Amazon. Had the English novels in my wish list and just say that they were all removed for purchase at Amazon. Wonder what happened. Now, isn't that a bit suspicious? Why would it just disappear unless somebody pulled it for a certain reason? And considering that the series, there's nothing wrong with it, well, you would have to have an agenda against it to pull it. That's the only thing I could come up with. It's like the excuses for the Hatsune Miku figurine as well as the others. They just pulled it because. There wasn't really a reason. It just seems like it was an agenda-based reason. No Game No Life disappeared. Hey, I used to buy my light novels on Amazon. I wanted to order No Game No Life Volume 8, but I just noticed that every No Game No Life light novels have disappeared from Amazon. When I click on one of my recently ordered volumes, it says that the page doesn't exist. Isn't that weird? And then, of course, you have this here as well, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with No Game No Life, but of course, they've removed it all. And it's getting to the point to where Pornhub is even removing hentai. Absolutely ridiculous. Then, of course, this person named Derpixen came out, stated, after 2 weeks since my account was deleted, they finally told me the reason why, and it's because they found some of my vids are problematic. God, I hate that word. And are considered unauthorized content. After 2 years that my account was up, they just decided now that it's a problem. I'm just frustrated than everything because I know this will happen again over some stupid reason. Pornhub of all places is not even a safe archive for NSFW creators anymore. They recently even banned tags like tentacles. What? Which has been a thing hentai is known for since forever. This, together with Twitter's shadow ban on NSFW creators and other sites' very limiting guidelines, isn't helping out anyone at all. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's still worth it to be continuing this sort of thing. Sorry to be a downer. I'm sure this feeling will pass soon. I mean, that's sad because people make art however they're going to. That's how they express their creativity. And when it comes to anybody that does a style like anime, they're just harping down on it. And, with Pornhub of all places, the hypocrisy is huge with this one. I mean, that place, like with all the stuff they post, and there are some pretty bad things they post on there. And I don't mean like just stuff that people look. I mean like there are some things on there that should not be on there, and then they look at hentai and go, "Nah, that's the real bad stuff. We gotta double down on that. You gotta be kidding me." It's absolutely ridiculous. People responded stating, Pornhub deciding that some hentai is problematic. Wow, what an amazing conclusion. Meanwhile, they have actual depictions of atrocities and problematic videos on there for years. But nope, fiction is worse than reality. Okay, thanks, idiots. Another person said, the double standards are real, and so they always end to blame it on cartoons or animation. I don't know, man. It's whack. And it really is. It is insane because sitting over here specifically picking out anime, of all things, all these companies picking on anime specifically, nothing else. They have something against it, and they're trying to get rid of it, which is terrible. So this person responded stating, I will join you on your crusade of anime titty love. And this is what they had, was this meme. And this couldn't be more true. And to think that this site, which allows so many different things to go on there, so many things that other sites like YouTube, for example, won't, you know what I mean, for reasons. Yeah, they won't let specific spicy anime scenes on there. That's absolutely absurd. And Hayashi, stated this, which I think was great about the light novels and what happened with this. I think this was a perfect way to sum it all up. Call me a fanatic if you want, but this reminds me how people back then burned books without any laws, backing that up and ignoring official ratings. The light novels are still available on every other site like Book Depot, etc. So no laws are involved, just your typical cancel culture. And then, of course, shows a character bashing their head into a wall because that's exactly how this feels. They're just trying to get rid of anime because they can't control it. So because they can't control it, then what's the next best thing for them to do? Because they don't like it, get rid of it. And I mean, this is the problem because, they're going to try to continue to get rid of anime as much as they can, which is absurd. And it's really idiotic, in my opinion. And, they're going to sit over there and they're going to continue to make up reasons that, oh, anime's bad. It's so terrible. They're going to come up with whatever they can to tag us anime fans and try to say that anime is terrible. And they live for their double standard, their hypocrisy, and this really shows it. And you can tell that these big companies, they have an agenda against anime. That's why we're going to stand and fight to protect and save anime as well as entertainment. But anyways, I'll be back again on Tuesday. Let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.